Welcome. Time for another Valentine's Day, Eorzea's celebration of not only romantic love, but also familial love, brotherly love, and even platonic love. Not sure if those are all different things, but whatever. It is currently active in-game and ends on the morning of February 15th. To participate in this event, you will need to advance the MSQ past the quest, It's Probably Pirates. Just a tip here, if this quest is required, there's going to be an instance duty involved. You know, like a dungeon. You can complete the event quest on any class level 15 or above. However, there is an instance duty that requires a combat class. Another tip, seasonal events often reference other content in the game, including later parts of the MSQ, raid quest lines, and even previous seasonal events. Depending on what content you've completed, you may see extra dialogue choices, alternate cutscenes, or different NPCs participating in the event. Alright, get to Gridania and take the Ethernet to Maketo's amphitheater. Just outside the amphitheater, speak to the Purveyor of Love to purchase holiday items for Gil. Ballroom Etiquette, Valentione's Dangers, costs 2,500 Gil and will give you the Eat Chocolate emote. You can open the emote window from the social menu. This emote will be in the General tab. Remember, for any new emote, just look for the little green dots. You can also drag any command in the menus to your action bar for quick access. This emote is just like the other eating emotes, except you have a piece of chocolate in your hands. You might recognize the chocolate as the currency used in previous Valentione's events. Seems they've been converting a lot of event currencies into eat emotes, like Eat Pumpkin Cookie and Eat Egg. What's next? Eat Rising vouchers? Eat Yokai medals? Eat tombstones? One can only hope. Anyway, for 2,000 Gil, the Valentione's Heart Desk is a wooden table for your apartment that's heart-shaped, and it is dyeable. And as usual, there are novelty consumables. Prismatic heart left and right, each of which produce half a heart, for 8 Gil each. Oh, and there will be more to purchase later. Alright, go up on the stage in Maketo's amphitheater and pick up the quest, Suited for Affection, from Lisette. Lisette would like some time off to spend with her husband, but she's not sure if Astrid is ready for the responsibility of running the event. She works like 2 weeks a year and she needs a break. Astrid is trying to convince Lisette to let her take over the duties of head emissary. In fact, she is already training her replacement. Whoa there. You brought in someone new when we all know that next in line is Bert and then Rodrigalt? Anyway, Lisette relents and goes off to do who knows what with her husband, and Astrid leaves to fetch her new apprentice. Astrid returns, this time in a dress, because she wants to be more like her sister and her friend who is dressed like Astrid for some reason. This is Emily. It's the French version of Emily. So now you have to take Emily around Old Gridania and let people know about the event. That's helping someone to be helpful and helping promote an event. That's like 2 event cliches in one. This is again using the escort mechanic. Emily will follow you wherever you go in the zone. You can tell her to buzz off whenever you like, and then you can pick her up again on the stage if you want. She will follow you through the Ethernet as long as it's on the same map. However, if you leave the map, you will lose sight of her and have to pick her up again. You will be sent to talk to 3 people in a specific order. With each one, an optional location becomes available. When on one of these, speak with Emily and click on the yellow text to see what she has to say. These will no longer be available after you talk to the third person, so probably best to do these as you go. The first stop is by the Leatherworkers Guild to talk to Idle Resident. The cool thing here is you have 2 or 3 dialogue choices when you talk to the first person. This determines how you greet her. When you speak to the second person, relaxing resident, Emily will imitate you. And the third person is contemplative resident by the Lancers Guild. Do you have a relative named Current? I keep getting his mail. By the time you finish talking to the third person, Emily is feeling down. She doesn't like that people keep calling her handsome or dashing. Gee, I wonder why. Anyway, turns out she and Astrid swapped clothing. You know what this means. It is now canon that clothing magically changes size for the wearer. So she is realizing that she shouldn't have done that, and she intends to tell Astrid she wants to switch back. Go back to the amphitheater to turn in. It turns out Astrid was also uncomfortable wearing Emily's dress, and they both decide to swap back to their own clothing, and we all learn a valuable lesson about being ourselves, which will be totally useless if you ever have to get a job. When you complete the quest, you get some experience, some gil, a trunk full of used clothes, and an achievement. The big reward this year is a coffer containing a nearly complete outfit. There are no gloves. Use the coffer to remove the items and then go place them in the armoire. When you use the glamour dresser to edit glamour plates, you can press the Open Armoire button to access items in your armoire. All Valentione's items will be on tab 4. There are male and female outfits, and they are both currently locked to their respective genders. They're perfect for when you're herding goats in the Alps, or if you wish to join the Von Trapp family. And yes, they are dyeable. And no, the hats do not show up on Viera nor Hrothgar. Note that finishing the quest also unlocks the individual outfit items for both sets on the holiday vendor for 1,000 gold each. Might be a good idea to go ahead and purchase the other set now and place it in your armoire. You see, recently the outfits from 2020 were remodeled and unlocked for the opposite genders. It's only a matter of time before they do the same with these. After you complete the quest, there are a couple repeatable activities you can do. Speak to Emily to stay for the event. You will then be given a choice of 3 or more scenes to watch. People will come up on stage and tell you about what they love, and you nod approvingly. The Valentione ceremony, or the Trials of the Moon, is a 2-person instance duty that has been a part of several Valentione's Day events in the past, and it's back now. Speak to the House Valentione's servant to queue. You can either queue as a group with another player, or queue solo, and you will be matched with someone randomly. In the first part, you are each in a separate maze, but you are tied to each other. The object is to get through the maze with as little separation as possible, while you each have to open gates for the other by stepping on pressure plates. Oh, and you should avoid the AoEs from the Moogles too. The second part is a simple memory game. Try using the signs from the party menu to mark cards. The House Valentione servant can tell you more about it, but I made an in-depth guide to this back in 2020, and it's all exactly the same. The link should be in the description and in the iCard in the upper right corner of this video. There is no reward for completing this other than the rating you get. It is pretty fun though, and I do recommend doing it at least once. If you participated in last year's event, you might remember Pukti Pico and her chocobo. In the story, she mentions renaming her chocobo, but we never find out what she named him. She's back, and so is her bird. You can talk to her and find out she did finally name him. You might also recognize these 2 from last year. I'm glad to see the dungeon back, but it's odd there is no reward for doing it other than enjoyment and seeing if you can get a better rating. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for content just for fun. It's just that in past years, this is how you obtain the currency to purchase items. They're phasing out holiday currency and just selling things for gil, and that's fine for my main who has millions, but for my low-level alts who don't have much gil, it was nice to be able to get what I want by just participating in the event. Yes, I know how to make quick gil when I need it. That's not the point. I think that the gearing system used by many MMOs that has players doing the same content over and over to collect thousands of doodads to purchase the next tier of gear is, to put it bluntly, bad. It's uncreative and overdone. However, having some reward that gives at least some people an incentive to repeat content more than once is healthy for an MMO in general. And it makes sure there are enough people playing multiplayer content so new players can get in. This is the one area that needs to be balanced, and it's far from balanced. Anyways, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. Goodbye. Valentione stays a trademark of Valcorp.